You know, when I interviewed Crazy, one of the things he said was,
I was probably the one that would go to the studio before everybody because, you know, DJ Unique or whoever they would call me, and I would go to the studio and he would play me like a whole bunch of tracks, and I would just go in and like come up with concepts to the beats, and I would write the hooks and put the hooks down on the song, and everybody else come in and add on to what I put down to make it sound bigger or whatever else they're gonna add to it, and then everybody just put their verses down. But I was usually the one to start the song off and like
really?
write the hook and like create the concept for it.
I mean, yeah, back, especially in the beginning, Cray was always the thinker, the quiet one, you know what I mean, the silent assassin, the silent killer that's gone. He in the studio, he thinking of melodies, he going through records and doing all that, you know what I mean? And I think the only difference is now is just like everybody, like, we learn from each other, but Cray was our musical, and is our musical spirit, you know what I'm saying? So, but once we all learn the formula, anybody get there first now. That's the only difference, you know what I mean? Like the ideas just come from off the wall. Like he'll think of something and then the next person to come in and say something that just bounced off of that, and that's how our songs build. He might have the first piece, third piece come in, fourth. It's like an orchestra.
Now, what's the difference between actually doing music yourself and working with other artists, working on their music? Because if you look at historically in hip hop, a lot of people, even great artists, would always have problems letting someone else really, you know, potentially get bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, Akon did it pretty well. Like, Akon had, you know, T-Pain, Lady Gaga, whatever. But, for example, you look at, like, 50 Cent, he's had a lot of artists, but no artist has even gotten close to a 50 Cent level that's been on G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? He's always been the focus.
Right.
You know, like Busta Rhymes had a lot of artists, but no one's ever been at a Busta Rhymes level. You know, and OT Genesis is doing his thing right now. You know, shout out to Busta for, you know, I think that was dope what he's doing with there. But what's the difference between doing your own music as opposed to working on other people's music?
Collaborating with another one of your artists or anybody's music?
Well, you're artists.
Oh, well, if I'm collaborating, the difference, see, to me, and this is why I differ from those who artists ain't gonna really see the day of light or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of different things that can go into that. But I think as a team, as Mo Thug, we understand the science. You know what I mean? Because like my nephews and all them already came in watching me and watching different artists. So it's a science, it's a method to the madness of how I work ain't just how I work. Because first of all, if we talking about me personally, I'm group orientated. So I ain't never had a problem with getting an idea from Cray or getting an idea from Rocky or my wife come in and sing a, you know, whatever the case may be. Like to me, it's all about building everything up because everybody is an instrumental piece. Everybody is an instrument. Everybody's voice is different. Everybody's swag got something to it that if you smart like an Eazy-E or a nigga like me, you gonna pin it and you gonna make that part of that person shine. You feel me? Like you polish off all the rough edges of the artist and they shine, and it's all a science, you know what I'm saying? So you see, you learn that through experience, but me, I think me working with my artists, because I'm equally inspired by them. You know, I'm 41 years old. I need somebody 19 to get in there and just talk shit till you piss me off and we about to do this. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, me making music alone is just like, I don't make music without nobody I can't feel anyway. So it's a science of me making music, and whoever I'm working with gotta have that natural ability to let the magic come in, you know what I'm saying? Can't be nobody bossing up, oh, I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it like, and you gotta do it like, but if it's constructive criticism involved, then I think it'll all grow.
Like he could be in the studio, for example, and if he in the sound booth, he in there recording, he might just be like going over to something. I might walk into the sound room and be like, turn up. And he'd be like, oh shit, nephew. You know what I mean? And just flip it and it's
vibe,
a whole nother
man.
energy. Right, it's
It's
the vibe.
So the vibe. So that's how I make music. I make it off the vibe. You know what I mean? Your energy gotta be good when I come in the room, and if it ain't right, then I'm somewhere else getting another vibe on with that. So
Rocky, do you sing at all or you just rap?
Man, I got a voice, but I don't sing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a harmonizer. I can harmonize. I can hit a tune. I can hit a note. Like, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. I'm an entertainer. So whatever it takes to entertain and to be an artist and whatever it comes, I listen to people that write music and want me to hit certain notes, and I can do all of that.
Okay, do you think the Bone Thugs sing or rap?
I think they rap. I think they harmonize.
What do you think? You think you guys sing or do you rap?
I think we do both. I think we sing and we rap, and back to the R&B fusion of when the rap and all that, I think we married that into cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we'll shoot your whole motherfucking block up, but the melodies was so fresh you kind of listen to it when it would have been provocative before that, you feel me? So yeah, I think we sing, rap, we harmonize. Only thing we don't do is dance.
And they still do it to this day. Like the new music is basically still based around Bone's music. Like they still now they're harmonizing with the auto tune and how they using it and how they using stuff. It sounds dope, but they using Bone. Like, you know what I'm saying? The tunes, and they singing and they rapping at the same time and they talking that shit. They talking about shoot 'em up and whatever, but they doing it in a fly ass way.
So on that level, I just want to say, you know, the influence that we had on it. We ain't never really cocky about it, right, but we don't never get our props about it. So sometimes we might just snap out, but to really be appreciative for the influence that we had on this music, it's like we can tour forever, ever, sell merchandise forever, ever. Like we made it over the threshold like a Temptations or the old, like Motown, you know what I mean? You hear that music and it's always brand new. And that's why, because our influence on the game is evident everywhere. And I was trying to just say that we appreciate that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, when you look at what Drake does these days, and people get on him, but look how the influence, I mean, the effect he had. You could say that there was a Bone Thugs influence on Drake. The fact that he could just spit one song and sing another and then go back and spit. Or when you look at like a Nate Dogg, for example, who's singing, but he talking that gangster shit in his,
right.
in his lyrics.
But just like his 5 Bone members, it take 5 niggas to make Bone Thugs and Harmony to really, really complete that sound. Yeah. But so you need a Drake in the world, you need a Nate Dogg in the world, and everybody got their lane, because that's what music do. It bring the whole world together. So what he do work. You know what I'm saying? Just as way they say he this and that, he one of the coldest lyricists I ever heard. Yeah. You know Nate Dogg with this gangster shit, he'll have you really grooving and he's saying some shit, but you really singing it.
Yeah, I mean Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, all
Future,
all them niggas, man.
Yeah.
Ty, man, Future, everybody, like from T.I.'s to everybody, man. Everybody got a little piece of the game now. The game ain't like it was in the 90s where it was kind of compound and it really hadn't reached the whole world. Yeah. The influence is worldwide now, and you got rappers from Canada and you got rappers from Germany, and they, people from singers from Australia, and it's all good in America. It ain't used to be like that.
Sure. Now, when I interviewed Crazy, he said he never took any singing lessons at all.
No, ever.
Anyone in the group?
No, man.
So y'all just naturally?
Yeah, man. Well,
Church?
my father used to sing, but never professionally. He used to be in the house cleaning up, singing, and everybody in my family used to be like, "Yo, he can sing." You know what I'm saying? And he used to record himself like you get on the tape recorder. You hear him singing, but you hear the broom in the background sweeping the floor. Like it was crazy.
Have you ever taken any singing lessons at all?
I mean, I haven't taken any, but I've had singing lessons because, like, Cray didn't need singing lessons because his father can really sing. My mother is a real singer. You know what I'm saying? My mother really can scaled up, know the whole thing. My Uncle Mike, like, we come from the Temptations, man. We come from their music. You know what I'm saying? We cut from that cloth around the burning barrel singing those songs. So it's kind of a natural thing, but we had help along the way. Our parents did that.
So, like, because everyone sings, people sing in the shower or whatever else, but to actually, not only to have it sound good by yourself, but then to actually harmonize and layer the shit and have it sound, because like you said, you know, it takes all 5 members to get that Bone sound. Like, it ain't the same when Crazy's just doing, you know, a hook by himself, you know. And even, like, I remember seeing an interview with Game when you guys did Celebration together. He said he had to, like, get all of y'all in the same studio, in the same room, which wasn't easy.
Yeah, Game, like, I want the sound, nigga, the sound.
Want the sound, that's what I'm saying. Like, how did you guys get that sound of all y'all being layered on top of each other like that?
It came from living with each other, knowing each other all our lives, and studying not only the records that we played and our parents, but studying each other. Like, we had to really become one instrument. So after 23 years of fame, it's 35, 36, 37 years, 35 years I've been friends with Cray. My brother, that's my brother.
Yeah.
Wish, that's my cousin. You feel me? Busy Bone is a walking instrument. You feel me? So, like, after all them years, man, it's automatic. Like, why do we need rehearsal when we do 200 shows a year? It's automatic, you feel me? Like, it's the passion that go into it. Every single time you get that sound because we all put 110% in it, and it's like being on any championship team, we holding each other accountable. Don't miss the ball.
200 shows a year, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we do it, you know what I mean? Like, that's Bone Thugs, we ain't really out there in the industry. We just now getting to the level where we finna really try to do our thing like that. But, you know, we never was out there like that, so we about to, now it's time.
Well, I remember seeing an interview, I just interviewed Russell Simmons the other day, but I seen an interview with him, and one of the things that kind of struck me was that when you look at, for example, professional sports, after the person's been cut from the team and they retire and so forth, you usually see a decline. And, you know, a lot of times these people come on hard times, but when you look at a lot of rappers out there, you know, most of the rappers that have gotten the platinum singles and, you know, have had the important albums, like, they still touring, they still, you know, supporting their families.
Right.
Like, they may not be top of the charts or whatever else, but you tell me 200 shows a year, and Crossroads, you know, your biggest song came out 20 years ago.
Not only doing shows, blessed enough to be sold out.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we rarely get a show that's not sold out.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? So, especially if we partner with somebody, then it's a bang out.
All over the world.
All over the world.
Like, where do you think outside the U.S. you get the biggest amount of love?
Man, everywhere we go. Everywhere we go, it's crazy. Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. And then for us not to really be, like, all in the media and all on TV and anywhere.
Right.
You know,
You're not on Instagram acting a fool, like, doing a bunch of, you know, bunch of stunts and
not
stuff
with
like
the
that.
extra attention,
Not
you
with
know
the
what I'm
extra
saying?
shit.
But it's a genuine love. Niggas say they grew up to it. We touch their heart.
You see a lot of times, not just in music, but just in general, in business, relationships, whatever else, people, if they do okay, people stay together for a long time. But you rarely see groups stick together through a time of great success. Usually the success is what breaks people up.
Right.
But yet, Bone Thugs and Harmony are still a group, are still together. All y'all got positive things to say about one another. What do you think has been the secret for y'all to still be together? Was it 25 something years later since the formation of the group?
Yeah. Yep, 25 years since the formation. And I would say, man, what really keep Bone Thugs and Harmony together, and everybody that we deal with that been rolling with us for all these years, is just, first of all, we genuine about the love of this music thing. Because when all else fails, we still got this thing in common when the hardships come. When after the breakup, because we got money and we discovering it and we break up the makeup and all that, you know, once you live, I think if you make it past a certain level of fame, a certain level, and you understand one another and you really, truly, truly, like, we are truly brothers, man. Like Craig can be doing his solo shit right now. Wish doing the solo, whatever, it don't matter what part of the world we in. If, you know, when your brother call, if you get the wrong call and you really got to drop everything, but we brothers, man. Like, we gonna carry our own caskets. You know what I'm saying? We our own pallbearers. We know this from beginning of having penny candy parties, and 50 Cent was not a rapper, but a whole lot of money to go to the penny candy store with. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this. Then you go through the phase and the fuzz and all the riffraff and all that, and then you understand, and we start appreciating each other for being grown-ass men and having family. So now it ain't about us no more. I'm looking at my nigga's kids, he looking at his kids, and they playing, and they look just like us, and it's just wild. Like, we ain't died, we multiplied. And that's what I think keep us going, like, and I'm probably the one that say that, like, because I'm that nigga, I'm the little man, and everybody know, like, it gotta be all or nothing. And it always been like that. So not only am I always gonna pull to have the greatness together, you know, it's an automatic, it's a blessing bestowed upon thee. You feel me? Shit like that.